Yo guys, what's up? This is my review for Andor episode 11. So this video will have spoilers, so here's a warning about that. So yeah, episode 11 of Andor came out. I got a chance to watch it. I loved last episode. I thought last episode was one of the best of the show. It was great. I loved it. And I was very excited for this episode. And I am disappointed to say that it was just, it was okay. It wasn't bad. And it wasn't, in my opinion, it wasn't great. It was just a very middling episode. It had some great moments though, which I will talk about. But yeah, this show has been so hit and miss for me. It's actually really disappointing. The show isn't a disappointment overall because it has some fucking great, fantastic episodes. It really does. But then it has some episodes that, just for me, I know a lot of people love this entire show, but for me, it just has a lot of episodes that are really missing the mark for me. This episode was okay. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. But yeah, it just wasn't really, it didn't stick out to me. But there is one moment which I love, which I am going to talk about for most of this video, which is that part with Luthen and the Imperial officers. Is that even what they're called? Like the ship that was using the tractor beam or whatever it was called, where they were trying to pull his ship toward them so they can storm it and whatever. And then he escaped and did those awesome maneuvers, and yeah, it was the cool stuff. I'm not just looking for action, because that moment shows how cool Luthen is, and I really like Luthen. His speech, I think it might have been the last episode or the episode before, I can't remember, was great. And yeah, so I feel like this show is, by the way, visually beautiful. That scene was fucking awesome. Like, when Obi-Wan came out, I was like, is it really? Because from recent memory, I can't think of a show that really has CGI this amazing. It looks like a movie. When Obi-Wan came out, I was like, is this really what they can do with the TV show budgets? Like, is this it? But no, clearly it's just struggles with VFX artists and stuff, and not giving them enough time, because this entire show is beautiful. That scene with the scene with the ship and with Luthen, it was beautiful. Visually, it was beautiful. The CGI was fucking-tastic, and it was just amazing. But yeah, that whole scene was really cool and really awesome. But overall, I feel like this episode doesn't really set up the finale very well either. It's just a lot of... Also, Mon Mothma has only ever been in 2 locations. I just want to point out, she's only ever in the Senate or in her house, or 3 locations, or in Luthen's shop, sort of, where he sells artifacts or whatever. Yeah, those seems to be the only locations she's in, and she's always, wearing the same thing. I'd like to see her in different situations, but yeah. I feel like this episode doesn't really set up the finale very well, because the next episode is the finale. And I'm still unclear as in terms of what we're going into next episode. I don't know what next episode is going to be about. Maybe that's me. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. I just feel like the show isn't doing a very good job at conveying the overall story, and it is just relying on giving us great moments and great, episodes. Some episodes are great, but this overall story for me is not the best, and it's not really working for me. I feel like it's just very convoluted. I don't know, maybe that's just me, and it really annoys me, because I sit there and I try and listen, and I'm like, what is going on? I understand the basis of what's happening, but overall it's just, mush to me. Also, Saw Gerrera is really cool, and I'm really glad to see him in the show, by the way. I just want to point that out, he's great. But yeah, that's it. I guess that's it. That's all I really have to say. It's just, yeah, it's a little disappointing. But anyway, that is my review for episode 11 of Andor. Let me know your thoughts on the episode down below. Let me know your thoughts on the show. Do you agree with me, or do you love the show? Do you love it? Anyway, that's it for this review. If you like this review, please like and subscribe. Go check out my other reviews, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.